G'day humans, Chris Stead here. I'm on the road today. I'm in the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, and I'm staying at the JW Marriott, which is one of the hot properties in town. I've been really longing to stay in this place ever since I first saw it a few years ago. It's got a good reputation. It's supposed to be very family friendly. It's supposed to have an amazing pool and supposed to offer that really great luxury experience that you might be after if you're visiting the Gold Coast, one of the glamour destinations in Australia to hang out. So is it any good? That's what we're about to find out. I'm going to take you on an exhaustive tour through the entire property and of the room, of course, that we're staying in, and give you my thoughts on the pros and cons of this hotel so you can decide whether or not it's right for you. So let's go. So here we are at the entrance, and there's the JW Tower heading off into the distance. You know, kind of a classic skyscraper. It doesn't look like too much from the outside, to be honest. There's some pretty flashy buildings around these parts, but as you're going to see in a second, it's pretty special once you get inside. Now, I do always like to start with a bit of a tour of the surroundings, give you an idea of where we're at and so forth. And we're right at the very north end of the Surfers Paradise Strip. So there's pros and cons to that. So if you really want to be in the centre of it all, right down on the, you know, the glitter strip, or, you know, even further south towards Broadbeach, then this might be a little bit out of town for you. But as you can probably see there, those are the tram tracks going up towards the north, towards Brisbane, although Brisbane's a long way away. So there are stops, you know, just round the corner here basically, and you can catch that tram anywhere you want to really along the Surfers Paradise Strip. So it's not too hard to get around. There is, like, literally just on the other side of that building, the beach. So you've got all your beach down there. It's in a bit of a state at the moment because we just had Cyclone Alfred in early 2025 here, but that'll come back, don't worry about that, probably by the time you're here. And so you've only got to walk across there, across these lights, across those lights, and you're at the beach pretty quickly. So not too many dramas there at all. Now they do have parking here. I'm not sure how much it costs because my car doesn't fit. So you can park underneath. Otherwise, on the back side of this resort, there's plenty of side streets that have 3-hour parking. So yeah, and between 9 and 5. So you can pretty much just park there overnight, and then as long as you're at midday sometime, you just move it somewhere. But there's plenty of parking, it's not a problem. So that's good. So for me, with the 4-wheel drive up here, I was sorted, and or you can just stay underneath. So the other positive of the location is because it's kind of out here and isolated, and that's the bridge there. I'll show you when we get inside the resort, but you're right on the river here. So it's actually got its own wharf and jetty and water sports you can do from this resort. It's not surrounded by anything. And as you see when we get to the room upstairs, you get a pretty spectacular view down to the beach and over the water and towards the hinterlands. No matter which way you go, pretty much you got this uninterrupted view. You're not surrounded by these things everywhere. So that's one of the big positives from being a little bit out of the centre of town. The road, obviously, this is the main road. It's busy. It's a little bit loud, but I couldn't hear it in my room, which is facing, you know, this way. I couldn't hear it last night when I was going to sleep, so no dramas. I could hear the waterfall more. All right, let's go have a look inside this thing, because it's got one of the great entrances. As soon as you walk in here, it's luxury. Yeah, we pulled up in the car yesterday, door was open for me, old mate got out, pulled everything out of the car, stuck it on a trolley, was in the room before we even got there. Handed him the keys and he looked after the car for me until I checked in and got upstairs, probably about close to half an hour in the end. There's a big open space, so it keeps you out of the rain. And as soon as we got in to check in, we were, given a full rundown. Stuff throughout this place are fantastic. Definitely feels like the luxury experience that you'd be hoping for from a JW Marriott. All right. Here we go, look. See, proof. I'm not lying.
Welcome back.
Thanks, mate. All right. Now, what an entrance. Big giant pillars, beautiful stone flooring. Just so well provisioned, appointed, just beautiful. Look at that giant staircase that comes up, what a feature. And they do a lot of events here and conferences. I'll show you that space in case it's of interest to you. But yeah, as you can tell, there's super giant, thick, comfy lounges. There's a bar around behind here I'll show you in a sec, but last night it was a Saturday night last night. It was really hustling and bustling in here. There was someone singing. There was people in all the chairs talking. It was shocking. It's beautiful weather today. Kind of Queensland perfect one day, a rainstorm the next, but today is absolutely mint. But yesterday was really wet, so everyone was in here and it was just kind of actually really like almost like a party communal atmosphere. Lots of kids running around. Because of the bad weather, they'd put movies on in one of the boardrooms upstairs so the kids could kind of congregate there. I don't know if anyone specifically used it that much, but yeah, I'll just show you down here. You've got a big space down here. Yeah, but so, as you can probably tell already, for a place that doesn't, look especially, exotic from the outside, and once you get in here, it's just beautiful. So this is like potentially a wedding space. Going out to the big pool out there. I'm going to show you that in a second. It's pretty special. A tennis table here. You'll see the sand. So they've got legit sand here. It's probably got more sand on the beach at the moment. And yeah, I won't spoil the pool. The pool's a highlight. The whole stay's pretty special, but the pool's a highlight. Look at these chairs. Isn't that great? So there is a bit of a check-in process. Like that, they gave us a really nice welcome drink. Took us through a lot of information. It's probably about 15-20 minutes just chatting to the guy. Probably 15 if I'm being fair. So at peak check-in times, like 2 o'clock or whatever, there was a bit of a queue to check in. So you might have to work out a way to kind of expedite that during peak times. But it was nice having that one-on-one experience as well with someone who, seemed to genuinely give a stuff about you being here and enjoying a great stay. All right, so this is a little bar I was talking about. It's interesting, they had a coffee machine there that seems to be just freely available, as many as you want. And they have donuts and apples and stuff on the bar that you can just send a grab. So that seems to always be the case. So that's pretty awesome. And they had the guy sit up in the corner here singing last night. There were people dancing. It was really good. And now in here is Critique, which is the big restaurant. There's another one upstairs, a teppanyaki joint, Mimosa I think it's called. So I had breakfast in here, and I also had a great buffet lunch. So I'm going to take you through those experiences right now. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to try the dinner, but judging by the rest, I'm sure it's lovely. So overwhelmingly, an awesome space and an awesome buffet. Look at it. It all looks out over that beautiful pool. Some curiosities about the place, which I'm not awfully fond of, but the food quality is excellent. Check it out. Honey and cereals. It's wonderfully catered to kids. So you've got different fruits here. It's fresh fruit or fresh juice. You've got chocolate milk and iced coffees. And you can make your own juice using these robot juicers. And then over here there's a barista coffee. So if you have machine coffee, which tastes fine, but they won't do your skim milk. And you have to get it order it somehow from someone who happens to walk past your desk. And it's omelettes, and you can have pretty much any made to order eggs that you want, but in peak time they can take a while. Might take about 20 minutes or something. And again, you have to order it from your table. You can't order it directly, which is a bit of a pain, but whatever. Awesome selection of pastries and fruit. You can see through here. And then these pastries, amazing selection of pastries, really, really good. Everything is just like on point. It's all been beautifully put together. I love the donut wall. Again, it really caters to kids really, really well. Almost too well. So you got your toasts and breads and stuff over here. Great selection of cold meats and cheeses, including smoked salmon. And a range of salads. Again, really nice selection. Very impressive. Under the hot foods, so you got some pre-made eggs that you can just grab. It's a shame that they don't do one of these as smoked salmon. That would have been awesome. Got scrambled eggs in there, and baked beans, pre-made omelettes in there with ham, cheese and tomato. Mushrooms, my favourite. A couple of sausages and bacon. All right. Over here, we've got what they call Asian cuisine. It's not the most diverse. It's not like dumplings or pork buns or anything like that. But a bit of an option. So it's on that regard, I'd say it's pretty basic in terms of its Asian cuisine, which surprises me considering it's the Gold Coast and there's quite a lot of clientele from Asia here. Excellent hash browns. You got pancakes and waffles over here, and then check this out. Full lolly station and Nutella pump, which the kids are extremely excited about and got into way too much. And if that wasn't enough, an ice cream station. How good. And a great selection of yogurts to go with your cereals or your fruit. Through here. And there you go, that pretty much covers off the buffet. So beautiful open space, double high ceilings, looks out on fountains and the pool and the water. Very bright and airy, lots of space. I will say in the mornings in that corner over there, it gets pretty hot. The sun's beating on the glass. So I did find it a little hot. It's much cooler over here. So that's something to consider. Otherwise, they've done a really great job doing a great buffet for this family-focused buffet. It just gets a little crowded in this space at peak time. It's pretty thin and narrow. So maybe just try and avoid that if you've got an issue with crowds. But otherwise, yeah, one of the better buffet breakfasts I've had in Australia. And they have a seafood long lunch on a Sunday here. It goes for 2.5 hours, or you can eat, or you can drink a mimosa anyway. I'm going to take you a quick tour of it. Here is this Sri Lankan bloke, Peter, can't pronounce his last name. But they're doing a partnership with him at the moment. He's a famous Sri Lankan chef, and he's here doing some Sri Lankan meals that you can try. So even though it's a seafood buffet, there is a wide variety of stuff that you can eat. So over here's your mimosas you can have with just straight champagne you could have with different types of juices. Over here we've got some, I guess, classic Sunday food. Some roast beef, some roast pork, some lamb. We've got your classic Sunday. It's overshadowed, in my opinion, by this. How good is this? And it's all delicious. Oysters, mussels, crayfish, crab, prawns, the lot. How good. 2.5 hours. I'll see how much damage I can do. Now we've also got some fruit, a nice range of salads. They're really, like, they're not just the salads, they've actually made salads. They're really, really lovely. Some smoked salmon. And then down here, Mimoso, I think it's upstairs. They've created some sushi, some sashimi that you can eat as well. And some cold meats and some cheeses. Pickles, onions. What's up? Beetroot. Paste. Olives. Before I show the desserts are epic. Over here we've got pizza. Sweet potato rice. Braised beef cheeks. Ratatouille. And a couple of things in case the kids freak out because it's just too good elsewhere. And pizza slices. Sorry. And over here we've got the Sri Lankan food. So the oysters Kilpatrick, they're amazing. Didn't realise that was a Sri Lankan thing. This is slow braised pork belly, amazing. Look at that roast lamb, how good is that? These are delicious, by the way. Black pork taco. Really, really good. Just a nice little kick to them. Some of the ingredients. So this might not be here when you're here, but they'll have something in its place. And then round here, we've got these amazing desserts. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to fit in at the end of this, but I'm determined to try. Look at that. How does that look? Amazing. Not to mention some apple crumble. Actually, they've got some other name for it. Batalapan. I haven't had that before. Some mousse. And then, check this out. Silly's self-serve ice cream. This caramel one is going to be in my belly. And even some lollies for the kids. So I'm not sure what a normal lunch is like in here, but obviously if you luck out and you're here on a Sunday, even though it's quite pricey, if you've got the money for it, you won't be disappointed. What a great way to spend lunch, 2.5 hours in here. Yippee! If there was one thing that's a little bit annoying, is that you can get mimosas or champagne, whatever you feel like, as much as you want. But my wife isn't drinking at the moment, and she said, well, can I just have a non-alcoholic one? And they said no, which obviously a bit of a head scratcher. They probably should supply an alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverage as part of the package, but minor thing really. It's just basically cordial in the end of the day, but anyway, thought that was important to note. Somewhere that could improve slightly on what is otherwise an excellent experience. Okay, well, without further ado, let's just hit the pool, huh? So, but these places have shaded bar up here as well. There's another bar down at the pool. Look at the size of the roof. It's like triple story, even 4-story. Everything's immaculately kept. get us in here. So you need a room card to swipe into the pool. So where to start? So there are like free experiences that you can do while you're here. They had a fish feeding this morning. Actually, I should just talk you through that. There's fish in the pool. There's a JW pebble display. So there's a little sports centre in here. You can get little jet ski things, skidoo things that you can swim around in the water with. You can hire snorkels, and there's fish feeding. There's a garden tour. You can see here actually. There are bits and things for the kids to do. Although I don't think I'd want for things to do in this place. Wait till you see this. Look at that. So that is a saltwater pool. So they've got bream and all kinds of fish swimming around in there. And you can snorkel, there's rock formations, there's tunnels you can swim through underneath. It's pretty nice temperature, even though it's not heated. If they can't heat it, obviously there's fish in there. But they've got natural sand around the edges that you can probably see. There's a giant lagoon, the kids love it. This waterfall feature, you can swim through the waterfall feature, and there's a spot on the other side to kind of sit in the shade. Like I said, look, the weather's just turned up for us today, thankfully. But even yesterday when it was like blizzard-like, it was still 26 degrees or 27 degrees. The rain was coming in sideways, the pool was still full and it was still fun. So you go into this cave complex. Obviously, you can imagine like the kids get a real thrill out of this. So there's the back of that waterfall. Little bridges. I got these cabanas, they're everywhere, but you can't sit on them unless you pay extra, which is a bit of a shame. And I kind of understand it, the demand here would be high. Like on a day like today, like at 7 o'clock in the morning, there was someone to put towels along all of these already. There was no one there, they'd all gone to breakfast or whatever, but they bags it all. But they're not sheltered, so it's just a comfier seat basically. But yeah, you can see the sand there, so you get the beach experience. And then the full lagoon. No lifeguard on duty, I think, is worth noting. So you do want to keep an eye on your kids. It's deep in there, it's 3 metres something. All right, let's walk through here. So it's not just about the saltwater lagoon. There's toilets in here. Not sure what that is actually. It's just looks like a bar of some sort. Maybe they do some activities there. Yeah, so there are your toilets, all built into the cave structure. And you come through this side and you've got a heated, like chlorinated pool. And you can smell that chlorine as soon as you walk around the corner. So I know that we're at capacity right now. So it's just pretty full on a pretty nice day. Well, it's autumn, it's not school holidays or anything, but hopefully you can get an idea of just how many kids are here. It's super family friendly. So you've got these waterfall features everywhere. Through here, there's a spa, heated spa underneath that waterfall, and you can jump off the rock through the waterfall like that girl's just done. There's a water jet here that fires water out, so you can swim against the current or let's get lazy river down the road. It's pretty epic. Here's my family. Wave hello, guys. They're angry with me because I made them put on suntan lotion. You can see that's what I mean by the marine, like it's right on the water here, so you're backing onto nothing. You can hire these things. This is all part of the JW Marriott. There's quite a range of activities. I won't go through them all, but you know, you pay a bit extra and you can go do those things straight from your resort. You don't have to go to a third party anywhere. It's pretty cool. Let's go down and have a further look. So there is a lot of sun lounges and most of them have pretty decent shade. but they do fill up. Be interesting to see how today goes, actually. Now the weather's all good. So there's the river. Now, through there, you can see probably a waterwork coming out. So that's not running all the time. They put it on at various times during the day. But you kind of go up the top there and you just come down and it goes through the rock basically and spits out here. The kids said it was excellent. They were really happy with it, mostly because they weren't hardcore with the way that you had to do it, like they are at Wet n Wild or whatever. They were like, whatever, go down backwards, go down on your knees, we don't care. Your parents' problem, which is exactly how it should be, in my opinion, how it was when I was a kid. There's another spa there. It's another full heated spa. I sat in that last night actually, had a beer, and was just looking it up at the spectacular lights of the building there. And it was great. It was just so relaxing and so much fun. I was there by myself. It's awesome. So another big open pool here, but again, a lot of places to sit. And then there's a bar. And so you can get your bar, order food, drinks, all the seats have numbers. There's some pretty interesting deals here as well. They gave us, I don't know if it's standard, but they gave us free tokens for icy poles when we checked in for the kids. So yeah, you got your snorkel gear, $15 for 2 hours. Sea scooter pin, that's that thing where it shoots you through the water, is $45 for an hour. Swim rings, swim vests. I saw people just walk in with their own stuff too. This cabana experience is interesting. You spend $500, but you get 4 cocktails, 4 meals, a bottle of Chandon, a fruit platter, snorkel hire. I added it up, it comes up to around $300 worth of stuff or so, plus the spot. If you're splitting it 4 ways, if you've got another family up here, maybe it's worth it. Interesting. Yeah, and ice creams there as well. $3.50 for an icy pole to get you out of a jam with the kids. Yeah. And obviously you can get beers and everything. Here's another menu down here actually. So you got food menu there. Give you an idea, $20 for a kid's meal. Maybe I underestimated about $300. And some cocktail menu that's hidden behind this fridge. Down there. And sometimes I know my mate was telling me they did like, you could get like a bucket of Coronas or something for a certain price, but can't see anything advertising that at the moment, so maybe that was a small time deal. There's a few little like kind of isolated spots as well. This is your towel bin, so you got to swipe your card and then be able to activate the towels. But I'm not 100% sure why they've done it like that. But maybe just stop kids from just grabbing it willy-nilly. There we go. There's another lovely little spot out there in the shade. Tables and chairs. Sit down, have a feed. And yeah, there's the other end of the lagoon. You can see like in there, there's rock formations and fish swimming around. It's an experience. That probably gives you a great idea of the biggest selling feature of the JW Marriott in the Gold Coast, which is its amazing pool. And I can confirm the pool is absolutely amazing and the kids are having an absolute ball, and so am I. So that's ticking all the boxes. One thing I do want to make special mention of is you can see here it's all ramped, the pool. See? So I've seen quite a few disabled individuals coming down for a swim because you can actually get all the way to the water's edge in a wheelchair. It's very cool. All right, so there's a look at the pool. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think it's as awesome as I think it is? Let us know. But yeah, if I was trying to think of things negative to say about the JW Marriott, there's not too much. I've got to be honest. It's pretty much hitting all the goals I was hoping it would. It's even got 4 Pines, my local beer, on tap. How you like that? And Cooper's in the fridge. Excellent. Yeah, so it gets pretty popular. So that's the only thing. I don't think you're going to find too many times of the year where it's not, quite busy. But it's a large place. It's very opulent, so I think it holds it pretty well. It's obviously not the cheapest option on the Gold Coast as well. That's something to consider. But you're getting something for that. Am I in the wrong spot? I am. I'll walk this other way. But otherwise, yeah, everything's been really good. Staff are lovely. And as you're about to see, when I go upstairs, the room's good. Potentially, people might expect a sauna for this kind of establishment, which there's not. There's a few things under maintenance right now, like the sports court and bits of the gym. But you know, that's going to happen when you're kind of not in school holidays. So I'll just take you up these stairs. Yeah, and potentially just like being a little bit out of town might be disgruntling to some people, but having said that, you probably might not want to leave here. And you're actually on the theme park side of Surfers Paradise. So from here to the theme parks, like Wet n Wild, Movie World, that type of thing, 20 minutes, and you're pretty sweet, you know. All right, let's check out up the top of these incredible stairs. Look at this. There's nice detail. It's all wrought iron. Looks of it. And I love how kid friendly it is. Like there's, I reckon the majority of the people here, and it's not school holidays, are family. And also a heck of a lot of non-English speaking tourists, which is good, you know. Come to see our beautiful country. So just down here, this is where kind of all the commercial stuff's going to happen, conferences, boardrooms. It's all set up perfectly for that. It's all very beautiful and ornate. Very cool up here, quite quiet as well actually. So there's a huge space. But I guess that's something you might just want to double check. Make sure there isn't a big conference on while you're here in case it gets in the way of you. But to be honest, I reckon it's probably a gun time to go because they're going to take up a lot of the rooms and they're going to be in here all day while you're out at the empty pool. They obviously do all the food up here catered. Anyway, so that's I just want to just quickly, for the sake of completion, to show you what it's like up on this floor. All right, let's head further upstairs. Now there's a secret spot on level 1 where there's the spa by JW. And unfortunately I was unable to give this a go, so I can't vouch for it. I'm sure it's great. But I see if I can show you any of it. But I heard a lot of people talking about it around the traps. So a really nice space in here. It smells fantastic. See, this is the couples room. So to give you an idea what to expect, a lot of space, isn't there? All the stone bench tops and it's like a huge range of oils to choose from. Yeah, I'd love to have given it a go, but maybe next time. Oh, look at that, wow. Geez, that's amazing. I know some of the, pretty sure it was here, some of the treatments are like 3 hours long. And through here, there's a bit more of a common space, nice reclining lounges. Very Jabba the Hutt, isn't it? But yeah, really lovely space. Very peaceful. I can understand the idea of ditching the kids in the pool and coming up here for a while. That sounds great. And there's a space out here. Look at that sun lounge. There you go. All right, well, let's look inside the spa. Okay, so here we are on level 3. So you're going to find 2 things on level 3. You're going to find Misono, the teppanyaki restaurant, and you're going to find the sports courts, which unfortunately are closed, and the fitness centre. So let's have a quick look in there. So nice open space and top of the art or equipment from techno gym gear. So this is quite busy this morning, but a good range of equipment. And it's not just the cardio. You got dumbbells, weights, benches, and a whole bunch of different machines to hit every bulge in your body. Well, maybe not all of them, but there's obviously something usually over here too. So there's a sign that says that we're doing some maintenance at the moment. I don't know what's usually over here. It's obviously a stretch bar and stretch area, but given the PowerPoints, I suspect there's usually more going on here, some more machines or something. But yeah, I think it's a good gym. Also, good sized gym, nice and cool. Okay outlook. It's looking out over the buildings and towards the river, and it comes with towels and mats, which I'm stoked about. Some rollers, and also, you know, some cold water, bowls of fruit, some wet towels. So yeah, nicely provisioned. Oh, what's it got here? Oh, and you can order some smoothies. Now, I can't go out there to show you exactly, but hopefully you get a chance to use this when you're out there. But it's a full-size tennis court, and you've got lots of little other games set up, like handball. It looks like there's squash court, basketball rings. And it looks like there's another, you can see up there's another fence, so there might be a second court up the top there as well. So that'd be awesome. Like, my kids would totally be using that if it was available. Sadly, it's not at the moment, but the facility's there, and you know, there's a fair chance to be working when you require it. Press to exit. It's too obvious. All right, now let's have a look in Misono. So here's our floor, floor 7. It does go to floor 28, and there's only these 4 kind of lifts servicing it. So sometimes there can be a bit of a wait for a lift if I was really trying to find something to complain about. But it's hard to complain when you look out the window and it's that. So this is kind of going to give you an idea of your hinterland view. So, you know, ocean view is always lovely, but geez, there's not too much to complain about looking that way either, is there? It's beautiful. Gold Coast has got some really great stuff out there. You know, everyone thinks of the beaches, but trust me, out in the hinterland, it's awesome. Crumbin Waterhole, Tambourine Park, you know. So we'll have a look down here. I love the design of this place. It's really interesting. So there's kind of like this central kind of area here, and then it spirals away. So it spirals that way, or it spirals down this way into the 2 towers. It's really neat. I haven't seen anything like that before, I don't think. All right, so here we are at our rooms. We're at 705 and 703 interconnecting rooms. Come have a look. So really bright, weary airy, fantastic view, as you'll probably know straight away. A really, really lovely, generously sized room. So I'll take you through this end to begin with. So we have the bathroom, and it's really, really lovely. It's got a full bathtub, which is great. It's got the shower with the full glass, the full glass frame, and also a really high shower, like handled shower, but also a rainmaker as well. Plus shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. So everything you possibly want from a shower, a nice space for the toilet. Sometimes you can get in these hotel bathrooms, the toilet's really compromised with space, but not in the case here. It's great. The bathtub's awesome, especially if you're a family, of course. It gives you the opportunity to bath the kid. It's also a place where we can drape our stuff to dry and so forth. So just lots of space, floor to ceiling, stone, this great little like textured graphic on the back here. Lit mirror. It's kind of curious there's only the one sink considering there's so much bench space, but I don't think you need 2 sinks, but a lot of places have them. But anyway, big full-size mirror, shaving mirror, all the bits and pieces that you would need. They come in every single day and clean them. And here you've got a great collection of stuff. It's got kind of extra, you know, luxury touch that you get, you know, more than the basics. much more than the basics. That's not that drawer. Supply you with a surplus amount of towels, which is great. There's also full towels down at the pool, so you don't need to use your bath towels down there, which is awesome. And otherwise, a really great space. Two curiosities. The first is if you come look around here, they've got this kind of light switch options everywhere. They're all kind of touch-based, so it's hard to kind of toggle them on and off and know that they're toggled on. And there's lots of them, and it takes a little while to get used to it. This has a privacy button. I haven't worked out what that does. So there you go, my wife worked it out. So we do know what it does. It highlights to a cleaner not to come in. I thought it might kind of lock the door or provide light here. So one thing to note is that the sliding doors through here is see-through. So that was a problem for my daughter. She was not happy about that. And this also opens this way. So you can kind of let more natural light in there if you want, if you don't need that privacy of having a wall there. So I do love the flexibility. It's a really nice design with the bathroom. If we come around to the main room, actually if you look this way, it's kind of got a really cool wardrobe. Just a little bit different, a little bit more funky, a little bit more flair, character. I quite like it. It looks more expensive, feels better. It's a little weird, it doesn't go all the way to the roof, but who cares? And in here you got your hanging space, iron, safe, drawers, plenty of stuff for two people to put all their stuff in, even though I never use these things. It's just, I don't know, I just like going through my bag. Okay, let's move on to the bed. So one of the things you may have noticed is it's super low. It's a very, very low bed. That doesn't seem like it'd be a problem, but if you're someone like me who has a bit of a bad back and is tall, that kind of up and down isn't great. But if you're shorter, it's probably not, in fact, if you're elderly, it might even be a benefit. Just something to note for myself, wasn't a problem for my wife. The bed is pretty comfortable. It's not the most extremely luxurious mattress I've ever been on, considering how luxurious everything else is. It's probably not up to that kind of massive luxury level, but it's still super comfortable. The pillows are great, really luxe. They're pretty soft, so just be aware of that. I piled two on top of each other and my head still kind of went through them a little bit. A lot of hotels do this, they just go soft and soft and soft. I prefer it when there's like a soft and a medium at least, just so you can cater to your needs. But overall, I slept great. The air conditioning in here has been quiet and perfect. It's been beautiful the whole entire time, and I haven't even really heard it come on and off that much, and I'm a stickler for listening to these things. And the Wi-Fi's also been fine as well, which is good. It's Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi through the entire resort. Although I noticed in the far end of the pool, you don't get it. So that's just something to note. You get 4G down there too, you don't get 5G for the Aussies. I do like these things at the end of the bed. It's lower than the bed, which is great because when you're tall, your feet don't hit it, but it gives you somewhere to sit, put your shoes on, and I really do appreciate that. Bedside tables on both sides, also appreciated. There's also USB-A ports in the actual sockets as well, plus all your light access on both sides as well. So really good. And this is really funky as well. Just kind of the nice touches everywhere. That's got a velvety feel to it. It's not like plaster. Just everything looks great, you know. If you look over here, actually behind you, you'll see that, you know, a bit more than just kind of your average generic photo going on. While we're over here, we'll talk a little vanity here. It's got your fridge in it, which is filled to the brim with stuff from the minibar, and also coffee makers. Just be wary that the fridge has vents at the back, which is actually great. I think it's a really good, smart design, but I didn't know that, and I put some chocolate in there and it melted. And through here, you've got some more. I think we've got some glasses and some cutlery and stuff in there as well. So, you know, there's no kitchenette, but you're still pretty well provisioned inside. Again, this all matches perfectly. That's stone too. Nice finish. Now, if we look over here, we've got a generous sized table and a comfy lounge. Now, this actually mat comes off. I did ask them about what they do with trundles. So they will bring a trundle into the king room on request. I don't know if it costs more, but just if you can do it. But they don't in the doubles, which I'll show you in a sec. That they considered not enough space for a trundle there to at least get to their quality of sleep. But there is also this rather decently sized mattress or seat here that you could take off in a jam if you needed to. And yeah, just a really comfy spot to sit. and look over. I'm really happy about the big table as well. Gives you somewhere to sit and do a little bit of work, but also just eat and just chill out, and it's great. It's really lovely. Now through here, I'm really stoked. I don't know if you can hear the difference there. I wouldn't say it's the quietest seal I've ever encountered on a door. In fact, the waterfall that's down there, I think you could kind of constantly hear it, but it's not disturbing. It's just like this gentle background noise, but you can hear it. Couple of loud cars you could hear from the main road, but there was nothing that kept me awake. So I wouldn't. It's not a complaint. It's just not the perfect seal. The one thing I would have liked is maybe just a slightly higher one of those. So that just keeps the kids from opening it. Slightly higher, maybe up here would have been a little bit more safer, but it's just parent paranoia kicking in. Okay, so have a look out here. So I'm pretty sure all the rooms offer this from what I can see from the outside, but you've got a little table and chairs. It's actually a decent amount of space, the way they've constructed the window in like this and just giving you that little bit of room. It's really awesome. And I think looking this way is, like the hinterland looks great, don't get me wrong, but this is pretty spectacular. So not only do you get the beach down there, and you can see, you know, it's not how close it is and what the conditions are like and so forth, but you get this great look over this amazing pool, which is absolutely the highlight feature of the resort. If your kids are good swimmers and you have to be down there next to them, you can see them, everything like that, but it's just, and the river and everything, it's just beautiful. I love it. And if we come through here, I'll just show you what the interconnecting room space looks like. So the rooms are pretty much just mirror images of themselves, except that the room next door has 2 doubles in it. I think they're doubles, pretty sure they're doubles. Now, one of the interesting things is with the way that they've done the doors. So this door opens that way and the other door opens the other way. So it's a bit hard, because I don't think it goes all the way back. It goes to about there. So it's not too bad on this side, but on the other side you'll see. So through here, you can see the setup for a double. So the 2 doubles in there, and they won't put a trundle in this room. And as you can see, it's a bit more compromised with the 2 bed setup, but it's still ample space. It's still a lot of space, right? Like I'm not challenged in any way here with claustrophobia. But you'll notice that there's still got the table and chairs, you can see that, but you don't get the lounge. So that's the only thing that you lose. Other than that, it's exactly the same setup all the way, and the beds are exactly the same. I should mention the TV as well, actually. The TV is all set up for Chromecast. So I just turned it on and just got my phone, opened up the app I wanted to watch, pressed a button, and bam, off she went, and I just watched it through my phone on the TV. So you pretty much got a chance to watch whatever you're subscribed to in the country. Now I just want to show you this. So this is the door, and that's how far it opens. Well, it goes about a bit further. So it kind of just comes into the hall a little way. So leaving these both wide open can become a little bit of an issue. It's not too bad, but it can become. And you can only open it from one side. So if you've got, like we've got it set up with the kids in this room and we're in this room, if this door closes, you can't get in without going into the hall. So that's just something to be aware of, but not a criticism or anything, just information. Ooh, hot tip, if you've got kids like mine, so 9, 11 and 13, probably a little too big to be sharing a double, but that's just the family life when there's 5 of you. A couple of tips that we just learnt was just get them a second doona. So we just asked for a second doona. They brought up a second doona and they've got their own blankets in, so they're not fighting over one. And that just, that solves a lot of the hassle. And also, I think in this particular thing, if the kids are really fighting and really in pain, you've got this lounge over here that you can just convert into a bed at a pinch if it's 3 a.m. in the morning and things just haven't sorted out because kids, right? Yeah, this is a very family-focused resort, and this interconnecting room setup, it's pretty awesome. So there you go, guys. That is my review of the JW Marriott on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. I had pretty high hopes for it. You know, I've had friends stay here before and say great things, and I really want to experience it for myself and see what it's like. And I got to say, it's lived up to it. What I'm most surprised by is that I didn't really think it would be. I know it's got this great family-friendly pool, but I didn't really pick up on it being this big, you know, family-focused resort, because it's, you know, it's a JW Marriott. It's a luxury stay. It's an expensive stay, and I thought perhaps that most families would be at SeaWorld or at, Paradise Resort, all these other places that are very, very focused on kids. And to come here and see so many families having such a great time was also awesome. There's so many people for my kids to play with. It's just, it feels like it's almost 50-50 adults and kids here, and it just creates such a great atmosphere, especially when you're being so well looked after, left, right, and center. So, you know, great food, great rooms, great pool, plenty to love, and a pretty awesome location as you can see out the window there. I'm Chris Stead. Thank you very much for watching this JW Marriott review. Until next time, I'm gonna sit back and relax and then get on the road. I'm Chris Stead. Check you later.